Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the creator of the universe has handed you the keys to everything. No more traffic, no more boss, no more bad luck. This is the story of Bruce, a man who went from being a bad luck magnet to the most powerful being on Earth. Bruce was a frustrated field reporter. Every day was a struggle. His rival, Evan, was getting all the promotions, his car was a piece of junk, and even his dog, Buster, treated the living room sofa like a personal toilet. After a disastrous live report where Bruce lost his mind and got fired, he hit rock bottom. He got beaten up by street thugs, crashed his car, and finally he looked at the sky and screamed. He blamed God for every single problem in his life, calling him a slacker. But Bruce had no idea that God was actually listening and was about to give him an interview he would never forget the next day. Bruce gets a mysterious message on his pager, leading him to an old warehouse called Omnipresence. He expects a job interview, but all he finds is a lonely old man mopping the floor. Bruce is annoyed, thinking it's another prank. But then, something impossible happens. The old man sheds his janitor clothes and stands there in a pristine, glowing white suit. He tells Bruce, "I am God." Bruce, being the skeptic he is, laughs it off. He challenges the old man to a game of how many fingers am I holding up? Bruce hides his hands behind his back and switches fingers at lightning speed, but the old man calls out the exact number every single time. Then, God opens a drawer. Inside is a file containing every detail of Bruce's life. Every mistake, every thought, every secret. Realizing this is real, Bruce panics. God makes him an offer. "You think my job is easy? Fine. For the next few days, you are God. You have all my powers. But there are two rules. You can't tell anyone, and you can't mess with free will." Bruce runs to a nearby cafe, his heart racing. He looks at his cup of coffee and thinks, what if? Suddenly, the coffee parts right down the middle, just like the Red Sea. He realizes the cheat code is active. As he walks out, his entire vibe changes. There's a new swag in his walk. He passes a fire hydrant, and with a flick of his finger, it bursts into a beautiful fountain. He sees a high-end clothing store. He likes a shirt on a mannequin, spins around, and boom! The shirt is instantly on his body, perfectly fitted. He doesn't need money. He just needs to think it. Next, he sees his old Katara car. He snaps his fingers, and in a second, the scrap metal transforms into a high-performance silver supercar. As he hits the road during the busiest rush hour, he doesn't wait in line. He parts the traffic with his hands like a king, and every car slides to the side to give him a clear, straight path. Bruce heads back to the news station to take back his job. But he doesn't just want his job back, he wants revenge. His colleague, Evan, is about to go live for the evening news. Bruce uses his powers to sabotage the broadcast. He makes Evan speak absolute gibberish, making bird noises and high-pitched squeaks on live TV. It's the most embarrassing moment in news history, and Evan is fired on the spot. Now, Bruce is the star. He ensures he is always at the scene of the biggest stories. When a meteorite is about to fall, it lands right next to him. When a dog finds a dead body in the park, Bruce's camera is already rolling. He becomes a national hero, the luckiest man alive. Even his dog is now a genius. Thanks to a magical nudge, the dog now uses the toilet, flushes, and even sits on the couch to watch the news with Bruce. That night, Bruce wants to impress his girlfriend, Grace. He sets up a dinner on the balcony, but he wants it to be perfect. He looks at the sky and notices the clouds are blocking the view. He literally wipes the clouds away with his hands. Then he sees the moon. It's too small, too far. Bruce grabs a magical rope, throws it over the moon, and pulls it closer. The moon becomes massive, taking up the entire sky. It's romantic. It's beautiful. And Grace is stunned. But Bruce doesn't realize that by pulling the moon closer, he has just messed with the Earth's gravity, causing massive floods on the other side of the world. He is playing with fire, but he's too busy enjoying his cheat code life to care. Soon, the God job becomes a nightmare. Bruce starts hearing voices, millions of them. It's a constant, deafening roar of people praying for help, for money, for love. It's driving him crazy. He tries to organize them into post-it notes, but they cover every wall, every window, even Grace's body. In a fit of laziness, Bruce creates a computer system for the prayers. He sees over 1.5 million requests. He thinks, Why not just make everyone happy? He selects all and clicks yes. The result is a global disaster. 400,000 people win the lottery at the same time, but since the prize is shared, they only get $17 each. People are rioting in the streets. Because he messed with the stars and the moon, natural disasters are destroying cities. The world is in chaos because Bruce tried to take the easy way out. Even with all the power in the universe, Bruce faces a problem he can't solve: Grace. After a misunderstanding at a party where another woman kisses him, Grace leaves him. Bruce tries to use his magic to win her back. He puts her name in the clouds. He makes her favorite songs play on every station. He fills her room with flowers. But Grace still says no. He remembers God's rule: you cannot control free will. He realizes that you can't force someone to love you no matter how many miracles you perform. Broken and defeated, Bruce meets God again on a snowy mountain. He realizes he has failed. He wasn't being a god, he was just being a selfish man with a remote control. God tells him, "Parting a soup is a trick, Bruce. A single mom working 2 jobs to take care of her kid. That's a miracle. A teenager saying no to drugs. That's a miracle." Be the miracle. Bruce decides to fix his life without magic. He starts helping people manually. He helps a man fix his car, he cleans his own house, and he gives up his anchor chair to Evan. But his heart is still with Grace. He checks the prayer computer and sees Grace's prayer. She isn't asking for money or for Bruce to come back. She is praying for Bruce to be happy and to find his way. This shatters him. He realizes her love was the only true miracle he ever had. He runs into a storm, screaming to God to take the powers back. He wanders onto a highway and is hit by a truck. In a white, heavenly void, Bruce meets God one last time. God asks him what he truly wants. Bruce doesn't ask for Grace to come back to him. He asks God to give Grace a man who will love her and protect her the way she deserves. That unselfish act, praying for someone else's happiness over his own, was his first real godly moment. Bruce wakes up in a hospital. Grace is there, crying and holding his hand. They reunite, not because of a magic trick, but because Bruce finally became the man she deserved. Bruce goes back to being a simple reporter, but this time, he's happy. He understands that life isn't about having superpowers, it's about the effort we put in every day. He stops complaining and starts living. So friends, that was the story of Bruce. It teaches us that if you want a miracle, don't wait for one. Go out and be one. If you could have God's powers for just one day, what's the first thing you would do? Tell us your craziest ideas in the comments. And for more amazing movie recaps like this, don't forget to subscribe.